Hello everyone. Now I'm going to talk about resultative complement. So first the question is, what is the resultative complement? From the word resultative, then somehow this structure there's S missing, tells the result of the action. And normally the results usually is expressed by either a verb or an adjective. For example, right, there are three examples here. Number one, 听, listen. So the action is listen or listening, and the result of it is a verb, which is 懂, understand. So doing listening and achieve the result, which is to understand. So 听懂, listen and understand. The other example, 写错. 写 is the action, write or writing. And what's the result of it? Which is expressed by an adjective. The result of the action writing is wrong, or write wrongfully, or write something wrong. And the next action, 包, wrap, to wrap up. What is the result of this action? Done. Okay, completed. 包好. So today we are talking about this kind of structure. We call this kind of structure a verb together with the result of it. We call this kind of structure in grammar as resultative complement. To use this structure, there are several important rules. Number one, the resultative complement should be closely bound to verbs. And number two, there should be no other words in between. Actually, these two rules are talking about the same point, meaning the result should be right after the verb and there should be nothing else in between. For example, 包好, the action is 包, result is done, 包好. 写上, action is write, writing. The result is on it, either on the paper or on something. 写上. 说明白, action is 说, the result of it, 明白, clear, until it's clear or until people understand. So 说明白. 明白 also means understand. It could be a verb or it could be an adjective. 吃完, you eat until the result is completed, finished. 记错, remember is the action, try to remember or memorize. The result is wrong. So we can see between the verb and then the complement, the resultative complement, there's nothing in between. And we look at the question now. Think about this. What if you want to use object together with this kind of structure? For example, we already know how to say wrap it up well or wrap it up, right? 包好. What if we want to say wrap up the package? Next one, we already know how to say listen until you understand it. What if we want to say you listen to the text and you understand it? Write wrongfully. The action is writing, or the result is making wrong. What if you want to say you write characters, but you got the result is make all the characters wrong? So we look at the structure. Think about it. Hopefully you already think about it. And now we look at the answer. This is the structure to tell you how do you put the complement together with objects, the resultative complement with objects. Same as usual, sentences start with subjects. And here you go, there are the verbs. And these part is the resultative complement or the complement of result. And we see here they are the objects in blue color. And of course, I also put the le. I will explain it later. So we can see if you want to say any object together with the predicate with a resultative complement, simply put the object after them. For example, 我记错日期. 记 is the action, result is make it wrong, and the object is the date. So I try to remember the date, however, I remember it wrongfully. It's the result. So 我记错日期. 你写上名字. You write down. In English we say write down. However, in Chinese we say the result is on it. So 上, right? 你写上名字. You write the name on it. 她包好包裹. She wraps up the package, and then the result is wrap it up, already done. 他寄走信. He sent the letter, and the result of sending the letter is the letter is gone. 寄走信. 走 means gone, sent away, right? Away or gone. 他们听懂语法. They listen to the grammar, and the result of it is understand it. So object should after the structure of resultative complement. And you also can use the particle le in this sentence. Particle le, as we learned earlier, it means already done. In this kind of sentences, we can put the particle le at two different places. Number one, you can put it right after the whole sentence. Everyone should understand it pretty well. Or you can put it after the verbal structure, meaning the verbs together with the resultative complement and before the object. You can use them alternatively, either here or here. Or, important, please remember it, you can use the le twice. For example, 他包好了包裹了. It's correct. Or you only use them once, either here or here. 他包好了包裹. 他包好包裹了. 3 sentences, they have same meanings. And now think about this. You already know the structure. How about change all the sentences to be negative? For example, 我记错了日期了. I remember the date wrongfully. The result is wrongfully. So how do you change this sentence to be negative, meaning I didn't, or I don't, or I haven't remember the date wrongfully? Do you use a 不 or 没有 to show it's a negative sentence? And where do you put this negative form in the sentence? Please think about it. If you take more time, please pause the video. Here you go. So first of all, which one we should use? 不 or 没有? The answer is 没有. Why? Because this kind of sentence you can see, we can use 了, means already done. If it's already done, then the negative form of it, 没有. The other reason we use 没有, because these are the sentence with verbs. If talking about the verbs, haven't done or didn't do it or not complete it yet, we should use 没有 as the negative form. Second question, where shall we put this negative form? Of course, we put it before the verb. It's very easy to understand, right? The negative form right before the verbs. 没有记，没有写，没有包，没有记，没有听。就这个记 this 记 to remember and this 记 to post out, right? So be careful, even though same pronunciation, they have different meanings. Then we look at the sentence here. 我没有记错日期。I haven't or I didn't remember the date roughly. Yeah, and then the le disappear. Why? Because since you already said haven't or didn't do it, you don't really have to use this le, because 没有 already means haven't done it or haven't completed, didn't do it. Then if you are still say that 了, right, 我没有记错了日期了, it sounds too repetitive. The three components somehow shows the same meaning about completed or realized something, right? So if it's negative, normally we don't use particle 了 anymore. However, if you use them, it's not wrong. It just sounds very repetitive.